Well, it's been barely weeks into TVK government's tenure and the political confrontation is turning very, very theatric. Now you have the DMK, which has launched a coordinated massive strike against Chief Minister Vijay's administration, questioning his stability, governance as well as credibility. In fact, MK Stalin, the former Chief Minister, has gone as far as predicting that the government may not complete its full term. While Udayan Stalin has accused the new regime of administrative lapses. Well, the political battle has now expanded much beyond governance, with fresh corruption allegations as well as legal notices adding another flashpoint to the confrontation. In fact, the countdown has begun as, at least according to MK Stalin, the former Chief Minister, claims that TVK government is surviving only because of the support of the parties which were once aligned with the DMK. Essentially, its former alliance partners. In fact, this is what MK Stalin has to say, that there was fresh assembly elections could be held much sooner than expected, possibly even within 3 months or even 6 months, and even urged the DMK cadre to remain fully prepared for a snap poll. Listen in to the former Chief Minister.
தேர்தல் எப்போ வேண்டுமானாலும் வரலாம், விரைவில் வரலாம், ஒரு 3 மாசம் கழிச்சு வரலாம், ஒரு 6 மாசம் கழிச்சு வரலாம். ஏன்னா ஆட்சி என்பது மெஜாரிட்டியோட வெற்றி பெறலவங்க எல்லாம் தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு. மெஜாரிட்டியோட இல்ல, மெஜாரிட்டி நான் 234 தொகுதிக்கு பாதியில் என்ன 118 வரணும். இப்ப எவ்வளவு ஜெயிச்சாங்க? 108 தான். இப்போ சில கூட்டணி, நம்மோட இருந்த கூட்டணி கட்சி, நீங்க திமுக தான் ஜெயிக்கணும், ஸ்டாலின் தான் முதலமைச்சர் ஆகணும் ஓட்டு போட்டீங்கல்ல, தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் ஓட்டு போட்டாங்கல்ல, அந்த கட்சி கூட்டணி, நம்மோடு இருந்த கூட்டணி கட்சி ஆதரவுல தான் இன்னைக்கு இந்த வண்டி ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. ஓடுகிற வண்டி எங்க போய் நிக்க போகுதுன்னு தெரியல. ஆனா எது நடந்தாலும், எப்போ எது நடந்தாலும் நாம ரெடியா இருக்கணும். எந்த நேரத்தில் தேர்தல் வரலாம், எந்த சூழ்நிலை வரலாம். 100% நம்ம ரெடியா இருக்கணும். எனவே கழகத்துடன்.
So you just heard the former Chief Minister accuse the government of failing on governance, alleging that industries are looking much beyond Tamil Nadu because of the concerns of law and order, of power shortages and growing unrest. Now, what exactly are the charges which have been leveled? He has said that the investors are hesitating in investing in Tamil Nadu now. That law and order is a major concern, that power cuts are hurting Tamil Nadu. The brand itself is hurt because there are farmer protests which are affecting the state as well. Meanwhile, you have his son, Udayan Stalin. Udayan, on the other hand, has claimed that TVK government's image has collapsed within its very first month in office. In fact, he's addressed a public meeting in Thanjavur. He's alleged that people are struggling with the power cuts, water shortages and a worsening law and order situation. He then turned to the political satire. He said that people in Perambalur are searching for the Chief Minister Vijay. Where is he? They are asking. While the rest of Tamil Nadu is searching for electricity and law and order. In fact, in a sarcastic swipe, he's remarked that the only thing left for the Chief Minister to do in assembly was to perform a dance now. Watch this war of words.
அவர் எங்க போறாங்க, யாராவது பாத்தீங்கன்னா கேட்கிற அளவுக்கு பெரம்பூர் சட்டமன்ற தொகுதி மக்கள் புலம்பிட்டுருக்காங்க. இந்த ஆட்சியில ஒட்டுமொத்த தமிழ்நாடு தேடிட்டு மின்சாரத்தை தேடிட்டு இருக்கு. ஒரு 5 வருஷம் கல்லாவது சட்டமன்ற இன்னைக்கு மக்கள் தேடிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஆகவே கிண்டல் பண்றதா நினைச்சு முதலமைச்சர் அவரை இன்னைக்கு எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்காரு. இன்னும் அவர் சட்டமன்றத்துல டான்ஸ் மட்டும் அடுத்த கூட்டத்தில் நிச்சயம் ஒரு டான்ஸ் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸோ இருக்குங்கிறது எங்களுடைய எதிர்பார்ப்பு.
Well, the political battle has now escalated much beyond the speeches and has entered the legal arena as well. TVK ministers Adav Arjuna, CTR, Nirmal Kumar, they've alleged that Chief Minister MK Stalin's son-in-law, Sabarisan, as well as Udayan Stalin, have collected commissions from 16 of Tamil Nadu's 32 government departments. In fact, the allegations have now been strongly contested by the DMK. In fact, Sabari Singh has now issued legal notices to both the TVK leaders, describing that the accusations are completely baseless, fabricated, defamatory and, of course, political in nature. Well, this notice now demands that the statements be withdrawn and an unconditional apology be issued within 15 days, failing which, he says, legal proceedings are going to be initiated. In fact, this is what the BJP has to say.
Udayan Stalin calling out Joseph Vijay for governance is like pot calling kettle black. The DMK government itself was a complete failure on law and order, on governance, on issues of corruption, and therefore they were booted out. And now Vijay has replaced them, but he is no different. He is just DMK with a mask. Women's safety and law and order continue to be a problem. And therefore, they are two sides of the same coin.
So there you have it. You have Chief Minister, the former Chief Minister, predicting that the current Chief Minister, Vijay, is not going to last his full term. In fact, you have MK Stalin predicting that Vijay Sarkar will fall within 3 months, perhaps even 6 months. Now, these are huge statements which are coming in from the DMK. You also have Udayan Nidhi saying that the only thing left for the Chief Minister to do in the assembly after the theatrics that he's seen from him is to do a song and a dance in the assembly. So who really is scripting these stunts for Satta? That's the question. Is it the Vijay Sarkar or is it the DMK which hasn't come to terms with the loss in the state of Tamil Nadu? Well, even as we speak, remember, Vijay has on the 1st of July called a meeting of all his alliance partners, and he is going to be thanking them for perhaps jumping shift from the DMK and supporting the Vijay Sarkar. Let me go across to Dharni, who's joining us. Dharni, the question is, this prediction which is coming in from MK Stalin, is it true that Vijay has lost the goodwill, or is it just a case of sour grapes?
Well, as you rightly said, it looks like the DMK has not come to terms with the fact that they've lost the polls. Former Chief Minister MK Stalin has time and again reiterated that this government is not a majority government and that this government is up and running with the help of the DMK's old allies. And this time he has went on to make a prediction. He has told that the Vijay Sarkar will fall down in another 3 months or perhaps 6 months. But while this is happening on one side, on the other hand, we are looking at a meeting plan that is being organized by the TVK. So the TVK has called for a meeting of its allies on the 1st of July, that is a day after tomorrow. So this meeting will happen at a private resort in the outskirts of Chennai is what we are learning at this point in time. So invitations will be extended to the Congress, Vidudalai Chiruthagal Katchi, left parties, IUML and the MDMK. So these are all the former allies of the DMK who have now extended their support to the Vijay's Tamlaga Vetri Kalagam. So representatives of all these parties, they will be participating in this meeting on July 1. And during this meeting, as an alliance, they will be deciding their next course of action. Alliance arithmetics and political moves, future political moves will be discussed is what we are learning. So on one hand, the DMK is predicting that the Vijay government will not last for more than 6 months. On the other hand, Vijay is very keen on strengthening his alliance. He is going to hold a meeting with his alliance partners on the 1st of July, in which he'll be, of course, coming up with the next course of strategies, and he'll be coming up with the next course of political moves to strengthen his alliance. So definitely the political temperature in Tamil Nadu is only soaring high day after day, and it remains to be seen how Vijay is going to navigate all the challenges that lie ahead of him and how he is going to build a trust among the people of Tamil Nadu who have voted him to power.
Tracking the developments on that front, thank you so much, Dharini. Yes, it does seem that DMK is perhaps having trouble coming to terms with the poll loss. We'll have to wait and see what's going to be the way forward for the Vijay Sarkar. But with that, let's move on in the bulletin. We are going to go across to our other big story that we are tracking for you. Of course, it is regarding the Chanda Chori, which has allegations which have come to the Ram Mandir Trust. Now, the Supreme Court today has refused to grant an urgent hearing on a plea which sought a fair probe into the alleged embezzlement of donations at the Ram Janmabhoomi Temple Trust. Well, the petition has sought a CBI-led multi-agency investigation, but the top court has observed that heavens are not going to fall if the matter is taken up after the court resumes regular functioning following the summer break. In fact, the PIL, which has been filed by 2 advocates, also raised concerns over the ongoing probe by the Uttar Pradesh police as well, alleging that the key evidence was not being properly preserved and seeking a court-monitored investigation into the entire matter. Meanwhile, there's more breaking news also which is coming in regarding the embezzlement case. This has now entered a very crucial phase. Sources are in fact telling the police have questioned key office bearers of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kshetra Trust. In fact, that police have examined digital evidence as well and are now mapping the movements as well as contacts of the accused. Sources say that the special investigation team has sought information from the former Trust General Secretary Champat Rai, Anil Mishra, Gopal Rao and the temple priest as part of the probe. After the FIR was registered, police have now also questioned Champat Rai regarding the employees associated with the trust and sought details about the alleged donation and theft which had come to light in the first week itself. So let me go across to Adib, who's joining us. Adib, Champat Rai has been questioned as per sources by the SIT. That's going to be a huge step, which confirms that yes, indeed, his role is also under the scanner, as many have been demanding.
I will certainly, Meghna, see the role of Champat Rai has been under the scanner of the SIT from day one. In fact, now there are fresh evidence that has emerged in this particular case, especially the CCTV of June 5th, which shows that the police is making some sort of recovery from one of the accused residents, which is Avinash Shukla. And now with the SIT questioning Champat Rai, this only confirms that, yes, in fact, he is also under the scanner of the SIT. The SIT, they are trying to ascertain whether Champat Rai was aware about the embezzlement that was taking place inside the Ram temple or not, because the allegations are being leveled is that Tinnu Yadav, who is the closest aide of Champat Yadav, he is directly involved. Then how come Champat Rai was involved? Currently, I'm reporting right outside from the district jail in Ayodhya. All the 8 accused, they have been lodged in this particular jail, and very soon these accused, they will be produced in the court. They were sent for the 3 days of judicial custody, and today that judicial custody ends. So now the Ayodhya police will have to produce them in the court, from where the court will decide whether they will get the extension of the judicial custody or the Ayodhya police will get a police custody remand. The Ayodhya police is definitely going to ask for the police custody remand so that they can question these accused further and ascertain more facts about this particular case, Meghna.
Absolutely. In fact, Adib, do stay on with us because there is more news which is coming in. The 8 people who have been accused that, of course, Adib was just talking about right now in this entire donation scam case, they may be facing more and more difficulty in securing legal representation as well without a possible boycott, which is being discussed by the local lawyers of Faizabad. In fact, according to sources, the members of the Faizabad Bar Association, they are likely to take a final call in the general body meeting scheduled today. The bar president, Kalika Mishra, has in fact indicated that an unanimous refusal to take up the defense is under consideration, with a formal resolution expected to be passed. Sources suggest that if approved, the move could result in a legal boycott. Essentially, no lawyer from Ayodhya is going to be then representing the accused. Well, that's the big story that we are getting for you. It is going to make it very difficult for the accused to find any kind of representation in the local court if this happens. Well, that's the big story that we are getting for you. We'll be going across to Adib as well. Remember, in the past also, these instances have happened where the legal community, specific bar associations have taken up the cause and have decided that they are not going to be providing legal representation to certain accused. It appears that very soon it may be very hard for not just this 8 or anyone else who may be trying to get a legal representation, to get a defense lawyer. It may be impossible to get them within the Faizabad Bar Association. Let me go across and get you this interview which was done of Kalika Prasad, who is with the Faizabad Bar Association. This is what he has to say.
We have with us Kalika Mishra, who is the chief of the Bar Association of Ayodhya, and they have taken an unanimous decision today that nobody from the Bar Association, any lawyer, would be representing the accused in the donation scam that has happened in Ram Temple. Sir, क्या decision लिए गए? What all have been decided?
According to resolution, that meeting has been called from 10:30 a.m. and meeting was presiding by myself and along with my 12 committee. Now the first issue was in the matter of the Chori of Ram Janabhoomi, that the SIT Janch is very clear, it should be liable to condemned or not. Incident which has been occurred, that is liable to condemned or not. And also what is the conduct of the Champak Rai, Gopal Mishra and Anil Mishra. Conduct was very bad. It is held by the Bar Association under the resolution of the Bar Association. And the Bar Association is not satisfied by the inquiry of the SIT. SIT means the state level it is governed, but the demand of the under the regulation of the Bar Association for CBI inquiry. And CBI inquiry, the applicants along with the other persons who is under the constituted committee, they will do the Pairvi. But after seeing the judgment of the Allahabad High Court, which petition is today fixed for hearing and disposal. And also the applicants, according to the situation and the relation of bar, he will do the Pairvi for lodging the FIR against the Mr. Champak Rai, against the Narendra Mishra, Anil Mishra and Mr. Gopal Rao.
So you want the Bar Association?
And also the person has been condemned to appointing a by trust to Mr. Nipendra Mishra. So I want to say that your media, all respected media persons,
yes,
that the conduct of the state government for inquiry of the SIT, that is not very, very clear, and that will be partial, not be impartial. Now situation is very clear that FIR shall be lodged on an application of the committee concerned, which is constituted by the Bar Association under the resolution today.
कलिका सर, एक चीज क्लैरिटी चाहते हैं. मीटिंग में ये भी बात हुई कि जो चंपत राय हैं, अनिल मिश्रा हैं, गोपाल राव हैं, जो बड़े लोग हैं ट्रस्ट के, उनके ऊपर भी FIR हो, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं ये कह रहे हैं कि जो नीचे के लोगों पे एक्शन हुआ है.
According to view of the public person who is belonging to the rural areas, they are saying very clear situation has been made कि इतने बड़े राम जन्मभूमि में दर्शन करने में इतनी प्रॉब्लम और चोरी में इतनी आसानी. ऊपर के बैठे मैं प्रेसिडेंट हूँ, मेरे बार में चोरी हो, मैं नहीं जान पाऊंगा. सबसे पहले मैं दोषी होऊंगा, माई सेक्रेटरी होंगे, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट होंगे, जिम्मेदारी होती है. इसका मतलब दे वी आर नॉट केयरफुल, दे वी आर नॉट केयरिंग द सिचुएशन ऑफ द राम जन्मभूमि अकॉर्डिंग एंटायर एक्टिविटी of the दान पात्र and ETC.
CBI जांच and FIR against top officials.
Topmost officers of Adivakta Sangh Faizabad shall do the Pairvi for lodging the FIR on an application. If application shall not be granted by the police officer, then my Bar Association under the constituted committee shall approach to the judicial officers for lodge the FIR against such person, against the Champak Rai, Gopal Rao and Anil Mishra.
Thank you for speaking to us. So that was Kalika Mishra speaking to Times Now. A strong decision has been taken by the Bar Association. All the lawyers over here, they basically say nobody will be representing the accused, and also they want an FIR to be registered against Anil Mishra, Champat Rai, because they say they are the top officials and they have to take the responsibility. So all the lawyers in unison, united, have taken this decision. With video journalist Harendra Mohit Bhatt for Times Now in Ayodhya.
Well, that's huge. Mohit Bhatt has just spoken to the president of the Bar Association. They are saying no lawyer in Ayodhya is going to be representing these 8 accused. Not just that, they have demanded that even an FIR be filed against Champat Rai and his deputy, adding that any lawyer who dares to represent these accused who are accused of Chanda Chori in the Ram Mandir will face a fine. Yes, a fine for representing the accused of 5 lakh rupees. With that, more breaking news which is coming in. The investigation has also been expanded to trust staff and personnel who were deployed at the Pilgrim Facilitation Center as well. The police are now reconstructing the sequence of events, identifying which employees had access to different parts of the temple complex and ascertaining their own individual responsibilities during the period of this investigation. Sources are in fact further saying that the police have obtained the call detailed records of the accused as well. And now investigations are analyzing who all were they in contact with, particularly during these odd hours, and whether they're in regular touch with other individuals who were associated with the trust. Mobile phone location data is also being looked into, and the digital footprint is now being traced. So let me go across to Adip. Adip, that is going to be very critical, isn't it, to ensure that it's not just the small fish, the big fish are also netted, and digital footprint would tantamount to credible information which can stand in a court of law as well to figure out what is the wider conspiracy behind it.
I will certainly, Meghna, see this is a crucial step for the investigation in which the Ayodhya police is now trying to ascertain the digital footprints. They are trying to access the digital footprints of all the accused, and in fact with the call detail records of these accused, they are trying to map out at the times when the embezzlement was taking place, or to whom all these accused were speaking, or were they in touch with any other member apart from the trust, or they were any other more bank employees who are not currently under the radar. So who all are people associated with these 8 accused for this? This is a very crucial part of the investigation on which now the police is investigating. In fact, they have also gone a step ahead, and they are questioning more and more staff of the temple trust. They are questioning the people, those who are posted at the pilgrimage site in the pilgrimage help site in right outside the Ram temple. So all these are the very crucial part of the investigation. Remember, these accused, they had the ample amount of time where they tried to tamper the evidence. They tried to delete their WhatsApp chat. They tried to format their phones, and for that the police have seized their electronic devices. They have been sent to the forensic laboratory to extract the data. But as of now, the police is also scanning more and more data so that they can track the digital print of other people and link them with this particular case, so that they can present a strong case in the court.
Right. Many are saying it can't just be at the cashier level. What about the larger controversy? And that is where you have the digital footprint playing a very important role. Adip, stay with us, because there's more breaking news which is coming in. There's a political face-off which has also now sharpened as the probe intensifies. In fact, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has hit out at the Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav, saying Ayodhya ki chinta chhode, himmat hai to Krishna Janmabhoomi par bole. Akhilesh, listen in. Well, in fact, this is the post, I beg your pardon, that has come out from Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister. In fact, remember, Akhilesh Yadav has been talking again and again and repeatedly targeting Yogi Sarkar, saying that the accountability needs to be affixed, and it needs to be affixed right at the top, which is at the Yogi Sarkar. Now you have Yogi Adityanath's office putting out, in fact, his tweet which says, "Leave Ayodhya aside. If you have the courage, you speak on the Krishna Janmabhoomi, Akhilesh Sarkar." In fact, this is an open dare which has now come in from Yogi Adityanath. Clearly, there is going to be no stopping when it comes to the war of words, and especially with UP polls around the corner, you have this kind of a political narrative which is now being actively whipped up as well. So this is going to be an interesting one. At the end of it, it's not just about the probe, not just about the probity, not just about punishing those who are guilty of chanda chori, but also about what it means for the UP elections as well. We are going to be tracking the story very actively here on Times Now. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to be wrapping up, setting the agenda. I'll see you again tomorrow, 12 noon, right here on Times Now.